Yeah.
Oh, your feet are going to be on YouTube.
His
Oh, look. I see evidence. I see evidence. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, let's make some magic happen. I think the goal for tonight on this project is to rubber the playfield and at least LED all of the general illumination, all these guys, and if we're feeling frisky, add the Siegecraft adapters to the lamp driver so that we can also LED all the playfield controlled lamps. There's quite a few of them. At some point I got to deal with all these rollovers. This white fin thingamajiggy popped off, so I started thinking that maybe this rollover insert might have a busted fin. So this one might need to be changed, which it is glued in there pretty good. I've never really had to remove an insert that was glued in well, so we may have to do that. Hopefully not, though. So that's a start. I think that's a good start. Rubber LEDs. That's what I can try and accomplish tonight. Also, Hank, the new star of the show, is here. He just showed up. So right now he's just eating our cat's food, and maybe he'll make an appearance and come down and visit and say hi. So we'll say hi to Hank, and in the meanwhile start working on this playfield. So here we go. Alright, I think I got the majority of the general illumination LED'd. Let's have a look here. See if I missed anything. The lights under the rollovers are GI, but I haven't done anything under the playfield yet. Just doing topside and back glass. Look at that. Nice and bright and shiny. This LED is not working for some reason. That could be the tilt lights. That might be a controlled lamp. So, not focusing on those just yet. I did go looking for Hank. He's on one of the kitchen chairs, so maybe I'll lure him down later. Looks like I gotta clean up this side rail a little bit more. It's a little bit dirty. But, oh yeah, so what we should do now is go into lamp test. I gotta do these guys. And before I go, we've got a lot of lights out here. So maybe my strategy should be just to LED every controlled lamp, and then I can work backwards to the lamp driver and see what might need to be repaired on the lamp driver, because I'm going to predict that there are probably a couple SCRs that are out. There usually is. And, oh, I've got to tighten that guy. I got to tighten all these. So I think that's what I'll do next. Or should I rubber? Maybe I'll do both. I'll be back. Okay, quick little update. Just installed my Siegecraft adapters. If you do not know, those are to prevent flicker on your controlled lamps. And I just got to remember where to hook this up. It is probably on, I think it is on maybe this line right here. So for whatever reason, someone has unscrewed a couple of these clips. Someone really unscrewed like 20 more clips than they really needed to. They thought they had to remove every single wire harness, I guess, to remove the head, and unnecessarily removed more than needed. But I got me a couple screws to remedy that. Also, I was playing Nugent on the weekend, so I stuck my Nugent soundboard back in Nugent. This is my known working restored soundboard that I got, that I found. So this is, I did test this, it doesn't work. So I posted that on the Pinball Repair Help group, and someone mentioned that it may just be a dip switch. I might have this set to chimes, because this soundboard has the chime circuitry to it for games like Stars, right? It is a Stern, early Stern with chimes and not electronic sounds. So hopefully it's just as simple as adjusting a dip switch. I just haven't tried that yet, so that's promising. So I did that when you weren't looking. And also, I forgot to mention, when you weren't looking on the weekend, I was waiting for a couple of the boys and girls to come by, and while waiting, I added this connector to the speaker and volume pot. Yeah, it was a little bit of a pain to find the right terminals and the right connector, but it all worked out in the end, and it is untested. Oh, and look what else I found. Finally, I finally dug this out of the coin door. This is my traditional 1/4 that I find in every machine. That's my tradition, I find 1/4. But check out this one. It's a fancy one. And I believe it is from, come on now, 1975. I'm pretty sure. Let me look at this. Hold on, let's zoom in, then we can really see. Oh wait, 73. It's a fancy quarter with a horse on it. It's probably worth at least 26 cents now. So there we go, there's that. And, oh, also, I was just listening to Final Round Pinball Podcast with Jeff Teolis and Marty Robbins, and they were talking about Cincinnati. And Teolis gave me a little shout out in regards to the Cincinnati tournament. Boom, the hardware. So that was cool. And yeah, so listen to Final Round Pinball Podcast because it is awesome. Okay, I've stuck in LEDs in all the controlled lamp spots on the back box. And I didn't even actually look at my pop bumper LEDs. Had to squeeze these sockets nice and tight, but it looks like they're good. So let's go into lamp test, and then we can see a little bit of flickering going on here. It's not that bad at the moment. So let's see if I put this guy, pretty sure I gotta go here. And now, let's see if that smoothed everything out. Yeah, that's the spot. Look at that. There we go. So, now I'm gonna do the playfield inserts. I've got my couple screws in here, that's re-tidied up. What do you think all this white paint is? Just kind of this piece of wood in the Stern factory just got some overspray and then just ended up on this machine. That's probably what happened. Okay, so I gotta find a way to tidy up this wire so it doesn't get caught in the door. And we'll do all of these lights. So let's take a look at what they look like before. These guys. I think that guy's gonna go pink. That'll look cool. And then the whole bonus swirl in the middle here. This is one of those clear inserts, so that's probably gonna go orange and orange. Same with this one. And this one, oh look at this. Oh, I thought all these were out, but they're not. Okay. So Missing quite a few bulbs, but 97% of that's probably just bulbs, and probably a couple sockets, maybe a couple wires, and at worst maybe a couple SCRs. So that's next. Okay, I'm on a bit of a roll in terms of every single LED that I've installed has worked. So far, maybe 50% of the playfield's done, and haven't run into any issues yet. Knock on wood, because we know we're going to. But my little trick is to remove said incandescent bulb, take said brush to said black ring of carbon, remove, and install LED. This is getting really awkward here. Come on now. There we go. Oh, what much this be the one that doesn't work. Alright, like so. Just gotta rinse and repeat that another 50 times, and we should be good to go. Oh, and check this out. This is an interesting, I guess we'll call it hack. Do you see what's going on there? That is the normal look of a slingshot arm. That is a flipper plunger, like so, used in place of the original part. So I guess it got it working, but I will be remedying that. I do believe that it doesn't sling as much as it should. See what I mean? So that is on the to-do list. All right, I think I might be done LEDing the entire machine. And you wouldn't believe this, but every effing bulb works. That might be a friggin' first. There's usually a couple or a dozen bad lamp sockets, some bad wiring, some pins that need to be reseated or repinned, some faulty components on the lamp driver board. But every effing light bulb works in this game. Let's check the back box just to be sure. Yeah, that one is now working. That's crazy. Let's take a look. I haven't really looked yet at the playfield and see how pretty it is. Here we go. Okay, getting some glare from the back box, but MAG. Look at this. My purple LED. Oh, do I hear a Hank? No? We're gonna go Hank hunting after this. 'Cause if he's not coming to me, we're gonna have to go to him. This is looking good. Let's zoom out and get the 10,000 foot view. Yeah. Did I miss any? Are there any changes I want to make? So the big 30,000 light is purple, and the 5X is purple. Those inserts are kind of purple to begin with, so I didn't really take any crazy liberties there. Oh, no. Every effing light bulb works. That's impossible. Wow. Okay. Let's go see if we can find Hank. Shall we? Oh, Hanky.
He's still sleeping.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he on the chair?
Yeah.
Oh, your feet are going to be on YouTube.
His
Oh, look. I see evidence. Let's zoom in here. I see evidence. Hi, Hanky. I'll take the flash off so I don't burn out your eyeballs, but
Yeah.
this is one of his favorite spots. Hi there. Are you comfortable? Yeah? I'm gonna say hi to all the shenaniganders. Oh, nice yawn. Okay, well, I'll let you be for now. Good night. Alright, so got the old rubber ring chart out here. And of course, it is part numbers and not sizes. So I started plugging in part numbers, and this cool chart popped up here from Action Pinball. The guy that operates this, I believe, is named Ray. I've used him many a time. And he's got this cool rubber ring part number cross-reference chart. So, after cross-referencing, I just wrote in the corresponding rubber sizes. For whatever reason, there is the R numbers are the location of the rubber, like R6 goes here. So for whatever reason, there's a 7A120031, which are 5/16 rubbers, and it is duplicated right there. So I think we got a mistake in the manual, but no worries. I plotted out all of the rubbers, and we're now good to go. So let's have a look. I also took apart the shooter rod and put on a new barrel spring, cleaned up the shaft, put on a yellow rubber, but here we go. These green rubbers I think look awesome. And I would use colored rubbers on all of my machines, really. But I just can't stock every color of every size. I could custom order each time, but you know, I've got enough rubber to do lots of machines, so I just use what I got. But it would be cool to use different colored rubbers, even translucent. But this is what it looks like. No issues to speak of in the rubbering department. Alright. I did pop out this other rollover that was here, and I was right. Definitely, you can't see it from here, but this rollover has a broken fin. So I am going to have to remove this, which I'm not looking forward to. If you want to get real picky, I think there might have been a pin here. So I could install one if I deem necessary. I don't at the moment. But, you know, like one of these guys. That reminds me, these guys are a little bit loose on this side. Might have to bang those in a little bit. And I adjusted every switch. Let's see how that looks up close. Might be a little close, and they might rapid fire a little bit. That one looks especially tight. Yeah, I'm gonna have to readjust that. I think I may have spun this rubber a little bit and changed the tension, so I have to readjust that. Actually, if I just do that, then yeah, a little more adjusting to do there. This is the old shooter tip. Probably original. It is pretty nasty. And oh yeah, here's my adjustment tool. I'll put that there to remind me. But if the machine gun starts, if the slingshot starts machine gunning, then there's the dead giveaway right there that I forgot. Anyway, what's next? Good question. I'll let you know when I figure that out. Oh, plastics probably. This is some of the cool swag I picked up at Cincinnati. Yeah. Lyman Sheets sticker, that's cool, that's going somewhere. Actually, I think I already stuck some of these on my walls somewhere. Anyway, moving along. I just wanted to comment on these plastics that are 40 plus years old. They are almost perfect. Well, there's a little bit of warpage and a little bit of, you know, scuffage from some posts. But none are broken, chipped, or cracked. And the colors are good. So I'm thoroughly pleased with how these turned out. So we'll dry these up and install them, and that might be a good checkpoint for the episode. Alright, my work here for tonight is done. Oh, player number 2 needs to go on the to-do list. It is also flickering and needs a reflow job. But plastics are cleaned, installed, post cap rubbers are installed, apron is installed, fully LED'd and rubbered, and here is a tour of the action. I really am not looking forward to dealing with the rollover on the top left. I think the other two should be pretty simple to deal with. But this is looking very nice. Very, very little burn on the pop bumper caps. I didn't clean the drop targets yet because I'm going to remove the whole drop target assembly because they're a little bit slow and gummy, so I'm going to clean that up real thoroughly. Rebuild the slingshots, rebuild the flippers, and tighten all the stand-up targets from underneath. So the cosmetics, the major cosmetics are pretty much wrapped up. The electronics are pretty much wrapped up, minus some flickery displays. And the mechanics will be next. So I can't believe every single light bulb worked in this game. Like, that is, you know, I don't know that that's ever happened on a game of this era. There's usually at least a couple or a few that are stubborn, but this game is just in really good condition for the most part. What is going on with these? I think someone thought they might replace the fins and broke like all the white fins and broke all the insert fins in the process. So I think that's what happened there. And you know, that's part of the reason why there's wear on this side of the insert. It's usually where it gets worn, where the ball just clips the edge like this. Anyway, enough blabbering on. Let's just admire this playfield. The art is friggin' awesome. Like, I haven't even really studied the art yet. Like, what do we got going on here? Who is the artist? Did we already determine that? Yeah, I think we did. The Naked Fairy guy. Whoever did the Naked Fairy. He's the artist. Anyway, I'm gonna stop blathering on. I'll leave you on this cool piece of artwork, and we'll get to some mechanics next time round. See you later. Look who is still in the exact same spot. Hi, Hank.